Hey you guys, what's up? Serenity, Soul Invictus. I'm back. I am coming to you with a 3-month update. A part of the Depo Diaries today. Today I'm talking about how far I've come now since I have decided to stop taking the Depo-Provera shot. For those of you who may not know, the Depo-Provera is a form of contraceptive. It's an injectable contraceptive method. Um, Consisting of progesterone that stops you from getting pregnant that you take every 3 months. Okay, I've been on the depot. Just to give you a little background, I've done a video a month maybe or two ago, and so I said I scheduled it to do another video a month following. Now every month I'm going to do a video explaining and documenting my experience now detoxing from the shot after being on that for about 9 years. My daughter is 9 years old, and I started it when she was a baby, when she was just born, the day after she was born. So, needless to say, right now, I am ready to switch methods of birth control. I am tired of being on the shot, and I do not want another baby, so I have to actually come up with this, figure this out quick. But in the meantime, I believe this artificial hormones is jacking me up, or is doing something different that is not natural. And I wouldn't say jacking me up, but it has jacked me up a little bit already. So far now, in the last month or so, a little more than a month, I've been dealing with other little symptoms, but at the same time, my intuition, like I said in the previous video, has been telling me that I actually need to see my cycle again. That is not exactly normal. I know doctors would beg to differ. Doctors would argue and say that there's no absolute scientific or medical reason that a woman should see a period every month. The reason to me is nature. The reason to me is the laws of nature, is life. The divine feminine in me is telling me that something has to be wrong with that concept, and that it's time for me to get back to my true self, okay? My true nature. Hormones are a real thing. Whether they're artificial or not, they are a real thing, and they affect you, okay? Trust me, they affect you. Um, I wrote down a few things over the past weeks so that I have sufficient information to give you on my experiences. Um, like I said, the divine feminine in me, I believe that that same divine feminine, we have a divine masculine as well as a divine feminine, but the divine feminine in me, I believe, is that substance that is underlying in every woman, myself and every woman, that is going to help us to use our kundalini energy, to use our womanly powers of manifesting. And I think sometimes that could be blocked due to things such as the shot, the artificial cessation of your regular cycle. Your cycle is going in accordance with the lunar cycle as a woman. Like, believing in magic tells me all of these things just makes common sense. It's just a logical, actual approach to it, because your cycle is just that, a cycle. So when you kind of stop, when you abruptly stop that cycle and it stops for such a long period of time, you cannot tell me that that does not have non-beneficial or negative effects on a person's body, mind, and spirit. That's just what I believe. Now, I would like to get into some discussion with other females who are experiencing this shot or who have had experiences with this shot, because there's a consciousness level we need to reach so that we understand the makeup of these things, we understand the actual purpose behind these things. Yes, birth control is great. Yes, in a modern, free, democratic country, you need to have family planning. It's very important. However, these things come along with multiple purposes. You see, some people say that people in Africa, the poor people I mentioned in the previous video, the poor women who were given the shot were given it actually to help them put on weight because of their starvation situation, their lack of nutrition, and to kind of sterilize them from having a mad amount of babies. So is that something really beneficial that we want to actually be ingesting or injecting into our systems. I believe in manifesting. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in the laws of nature. And so that's why I feel this way. The biochemistry of a woman, that natural, delicate biochemistry of a woman, that can't be substituted for anything. And when that is stopped, you stop a lot of unseen things, unseen abilities. I believe you actually not stop it, but lessen it greatly. You actually diminish it. Um, Now, speaking on that topic of hormones, on the topic of feeling that divine feminine essence, I definitely don't feel like a man or anything. But at the same time, like I don't see like hair growing or nothing like that out of weird places. Like I'm still smooth, I'm still soft, I'm still, I still love to like fix my face. I still love all of that stuff, beautiful things. However, sometimes I even forget I have a vajayjay. It's like, it's like what is that? And I'm telling you, I know this is not something that is just like me becoming like an old person or nothing. I know it's not just me maturing and turning into this new person or anything like that. The hormones are changing the actual, it's like my reproductive system is in a state of dormancy. It's like it's sleeping, okay? It's like my potato is like this, like, I'm gonna be right here. Like, whenever you need me, just call. But other than that, I be out. That's how I feel, like, And being married, like, I'm 35 years old, being married, that poses a problem as well. Your libido is almost non-existent. And I wouldn't say that, of course, I can't get in the mood if I want to get in the mood. Of course I can. But just saying on an average normal basis, this is something that average parents understand and feel completely, whether they're on a shot or not, that you're busy, you've got kids, you have responsibilities. You don't have all day to just sit around and lie about and like just, get it on. You don't. However, I feel like just comparing my libido from the past when I was younger, it is like night and day, okay? It's like night now. It was like day then, okay? Day. Like a sunny flipping day in August, okay? So that's one of the things that happened to me, one of the signs, one of the things that told me, maybe something else is going on. Then on top of that, oh man, the mood swings. The mood swings, y'all. The mood swings. It's like, like my son nicknamed me Goku at one time ago. Okay, believe it or not. I'm talking kind of quiet because this is like a little more personal topic and they're like not too far away, so talking kind of soft. Forgive me. I hope you can hear me, But at the same time, like I was saying, the mood swings, yo. And the mood swings would not lead to like me crying out tears and stuff and like acting like I'm pregnant or anything. The mood swings were like the masculine approach to things, like anger, rage, total frustration and irritation, like a lot of the time. Sometimes I would just be the happiest go lucky person in the world. And one thing would happen, like one thing, small thing too, and I hit the roof. All right, like so severe depression and anger. And like I mentioned in a couple of my videos, last year was one of the worst in terms of emotion for me because I was going through like bouts of ups and downs, of bouts. I'm like, okay, what if somebody's doing something to me? What if I've got this evil eye on me? Who's out there like wishing me harm? Like, like feeling all of this stuff, like wondering if I'm under a psychic attack or something, when in fact I'm not thinking that the fact that it could very well just be the hormones. It could very well just be Depo. That's I need to do a cleanse against. Okay, sadness. Now, of course, we have reasons why we get depressed sometimes. Shit just don't be making sense. Sometimes it's like, you're going through a lot of hell, you're going through bullshit with people, you're going through a lot of irritations with people around you sometimes. Like, you just don't even want to see some people, like, some days. It's like, I even got to see you. Like, I was always a more lone ranger, a loner. I grew up in my own space, in my own room, by myself as the only child. Of course, I had company, but I'm used to my own company. I love my own company. But at the same time, I believe this Depo has been exacerbating that problem. I've been noticing it a lot more. So this was last year now I'm talking about. I've been much better this year. And I believe that since I decided to stop this, I haven't taken any Depo for the year of 2018 at all. So this is the fourth month I am not taking it. All right. And, I definitely don't want any more babies. Like I said before, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go down that road. I had two pretty much 10-pound children, boy and a girl, like they call it, a pigeon pair. Why do I need to keep going down that road? You know what I mean? My stomach is disfigured. Things are tough. Things are tough, in this world today we live in. Things are tough. I don't want to put more responsibility on myself than I can bear, and more stress on the rest of my family. So I definitely don't want any more kids right now. That could change because I believe in changing your mind. Um, um, oh, another symptom that I used to experience that I forgot to mention was that when I was taking it, every time I'm about a month ready, I'm like the second month in after I've taken it, you get it every 3 months. So by the second month after I've gotten it, like 1 month leading up to the next shot, anytime I would have an orgasm or anything like that, I would bleed for like an hour after it. That's something that I experienced and I thought it was like freaky. I'm normal. I don't have anything wrong with me reproductively. I have a healthy reproductive system. So that definitely is related to the shot. I know that for sure. Then it would stop afterward. It would just stop. It only lasts like an hour and then it stops, you know? And that's like non-penetration. That's like whatever. That's like just your uterus contracting, I guess. And everything is there. Everything has stopped shedding, so it's just there, and your stuff is really thin. Your cervix, your uteral, your walls, your lining, everything is really thin. And so I would imagine the contractions causing blood. Okay, at that point. Um, I definitely am not the kind of person who believe myself to be. I love children. I love children. Let me just say that I do love children, but I am not the type like Granny Goose. I'm not the Granny Goose type. I have too much going on in here. I have too much expression to give. I have too much creativity, too much things to create with my hands rather than in my body. I manifest, but I am a manifester, but at the same time, this is a life we're talking about. This is not artwork. There is life in everything that we manifest. So those will be my children. Things like my art. Those are my children, like things like that. So my children know how I feel about them. I love them with all my heart. I do my best for them. I give them my all, my everything, my time, my love, my energy, all of that, you know. But at the same time, I want to be able to take care of them properly. So I'm not going to go out and do that to myself. So that I hold resentment towards people after I've had 5 kids. I could only blame myself after that. I have my own passions. I have things I need to do, and I need to do it for not just my kids. I need to do it for not just myself. I need to do it not just for my family. Things that I need to do for humanity in general, and that starts with yourself as well. It's not a selfish approach, it's just how I feel. Okay? It's a personal view. Um, and thankfully, my husband doesn't want any either, but I still have to protect myself as a female. And that's something that I want to say as well while I remember it. For females, you have to protect yourself. It's your body. You are the one who are going to carry that child. You are the one who are going to suffer the pain of childbirth. You are the one who are going to have to rear that child until they are able to fend for themselves. So it is up to you to actually know what is best for you. Know thyself. It's very important. And a man can tell you a lot of things, especially when they have a heart on. They tell you everything in the world. Okay, they tell you they will give you the world. They tell you, you could get the world tonight if you want it. You could get the world tomorrow. First thing in the morning when you get up, I'm gonna give you the world. They can tell you all that. They have the best motivation right then. But at the same time now, when you come back with that pregnancy test and it's like 2 lines or 1 line, whatever, I don't remember anymore, saying you're pregnant, all of that goes out of the window. So you have to make sure to look out for yourself. You are the captain of your ship. Okay? Man that ship, or woman that ship. As God woman, you are in control. You have power over your situation, over your outcomes, over your life. And I did not want to make this video very long, but I want to touch on these topics. I want to touch on these points within this topic, because I'm not going to be back for another month with another update with this whole documentation. So I want to touch on certain things. Like I said, over the last month or so, I was making notes. Every time something came to my mind, I just put it down on this page so that when I come back to you, it could be as informational as possible, informative as possible. I watched a video, a Teal Swan video. You guys know Teal Swan. She's awesome, right? And she talks about this, and the word she puts it in, the word she uses to describe her feelings about being a mother is kind of like how I feel. Like, you don't want to feel imprisoned. You don't want to feel like a prisoner to these children. You want to actually feel free to love them. You don't want to feel like obligated every single moment of your life, to give up yourself to deal with these children. Like, so that's definitely something that I can agree with, in the video that she talks about, that is the divine feminine. And I'm going to try to remember to put that in the link, okay, in the description, if you want to watch it. But, we still love adventures. We still have a child in us. I was just the same age. My son is 15. Not too long ago, I can still remember those days clearly. And believe it or not, that was 20 years ago. But that child in us never dies. And I'm going to do another video talking about that, releasing, letting your inner child, what is that? Live. Releasing and, remembering your inner child. It's very important. I love to run. I love to exercise. I love to dance. I love music. I love sports. I love art. I love travel. I love all of these things. If I burden myself down with too many children, those things are not going to be as possible as, they could be. So I'm seeking also to connect with other like-minded females on these kinds of topics. Whether you are into the whole esoteric world, metaphysic world, I think that's ants. I had a cup of tea. I had a cup of tea on here, and the ants started taking it. It's my green tea in the morning. The ants started taking it, and I washed the cup out and put some nice fresh water in it, because that's the next thing after sweet tea. I'm going to drink some water and flush that out. But I'm trying to connect, like I said, with other like-minded females on this particular topic, any other topic as well, but this particular one is called Depo Diaries, and this is specifically for those females who are going through any issues with this kind of stuff, issues with birth control, contraception as a whole, because my sisters-in-law, we get along, we connect, but we don't connect on that kind of level where we can discuss these kinds of things openly. We actually live kind of far apart. We live, geographically speaking, so we don't get to connect like that on that kind of level a lot. And so I'm trying to open up with my other sisters, sisters in love, sisters in light, sisters in truth, so that's what I'm doing. And I also want to encourage you guys, if you like this video, to hit like, to subscribe to my channel because um, it's such a pleasure to have you with me. It's such a pleasure for us to just do this, be able to do this together, use this platform. It's wonderful how the world has advanced to such a level now that we can do this. And so I'm using it to my best advantage, you know. I I also I also, just want to offer support. I also want to shed light on certain topics, and so that's the purpose of me being here. So don't forget to do as such, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell next to the subscription button so that you know when I'm back with other content, new content, okay? So you guys, that piece in the back of me is called Gratitude. Um, that one was done, I believe, in like 2014. Um, It's a long one. I'm trying to get back into to my art. I'm trying to awaken my art. I'm trying to awaken all that creativity and stuff like that. So tell me what you think, guys. If you like it, she's a little dark, but I have some more editing. Art is never finished, is it? When you think about it, it's never done. Like if you look at it, you have to actually reach a point where you can actually just say, you know what? This is complete. Because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it. Like downplay it. You don't want to overplay it. So I just left it as such. And I'm thinking now that, yeah, she's done. So let me know what your opinion is, guys. Give me some feedback also on this topic. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask, whether it's related to this or not. If you feel like there are other topics you want me to touch on or get into, let's do that. I'm ready to do that as well. I'm always ready. Like they said, if you are born ready and if you're always ready, then when it's time, you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Touch hands, guys. Feel the love. Sending you love and light. Peace and love, guys. Blessed be. Namaste. Until I come back with another great topic. Adios.